Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for September 6th, 2012. It is currently 7:49 a.m. and we continue to deal with a very tropical, very humid air mass over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas. The good news is that as you look at the dew points here, they're not as high as what we saw yesterday. Yesterday we were in the upper 60s to lower 70s. This morning we're in the lower to mid 60s, a few upper 60s right along the coast. But we are starting to see a slow, I mean very slow decrease in the moisture in the atmosphere, but we're going to still continue to deal with the threat for scattered showers in the forecast. For today, as far as highs, along with the scattered showers, we're going to look at temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 80s that will feel more like the upper 80s to lower 90s because of this humid air mass in place over the northern mid-Atlantic. When we take a look at the radar, you can see one batch of showers starting to approach from eastern Pennsylvania that will move through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area today. We have another area of showers and thunderstorms over southern New Jersey, right around Cape May, that's producing some heavy downpours. The overall story here is that we're basically making up for a lot of lost time as far as our precipitation departures. We are now rapidly approaching normal and above normal. We're definitely above normal for this month, and for the season overall over the year, we're definitely approaching normal to above normal over many locations throughout the northern mid-Atlantic, which is kind of textbook for an El Nino type pattern. When you have El Nino starting to develop, you start to develop a more, let's call it, aggressive precipitation pattern. So let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, my favorite satellite picture. And the reason why, again, is because with a water vapor satellite picture, you can really see all the disturbances at play here and exactly what is influencing our weather pattern. As we look to the south and to the east, we see our Hurricane Leslie, developing and intensifying over the southern Atlantic, or should I say the south central Atlantic really. Leslie, there's all these L names. Leslie will not impact the eastern United States directly, but will have a major impact on Bermuda. I'll talk about that in a moment. We have a strong upper level low setting up around the Bahamas. It's producing a few scattered showers down there. We have a remnant low of, well, a portion of what used to be Hurricane Isaac. Now, this is not going to develop, and the reason why is because this disturbance, although rather impressive with thunderstorms, is going to be picked up by this disturbance, which is a polar trough, and kicked right out into the Atlantic and will be sheared apart between this disturbance and this one. So I'm not really concerned about the development of this feature at this time, although I wouldn't be surprised if the NHC tries to name it or at least designate it as a tropical depression just in case, just to cover all our bases. What we can't see for the Great Lakes and for the northern mid-Atlantic is that we continue to see a few disturbances moving through. We have another one approaching right now, like I said, with a few scattered showers. We have another one over the Great Lakes. And this cold front here for Saturday is going to be the last strong cold front that we're going to be dealing with a nice drop in temperatures and humidity once this cold front moves through. But we're going to continue to remain under the threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms for today, tomorrow, and for Saturday until this cold front moves through. And once this cold front moves through, then we'll see a rapid drop in our humidity and dry conditions will take hold. I want to step back though and take a look at the water vapor of the entire northern Atlantic and North America. The reason why is I kind of want to illustrate why a hurricane well out in the Atlantic can still have a major impact on your weather pattern at home in New Jersey or New York City or Philadelphia, wherever you happen to be. This is Hurricane Michael. Now, Hurricane Michael is actually a Category 3 hurricane, the first Category 3 hurricane of the season, with winds of 115 miles per hour. As you could probably guess based on this weather pattern here with this nice deep trough, this Hurricane Michael is not going to impact the eastern United States directly. It will move into the northern Atlantic. And that's important because this hurricane is going to enhance a deep trough over the northern Atlantic. combined with our other hurricane, Hurricane Leslie, that will slowly move towards Bermuda and then out into the northern Atlantic as well because of this deep trough, will enhance what's called a negative NAO or North Atlantic Oscillation pattern. And what that basically means is that we in the northern mid-Atlantic are going to cool off nicely, and a deep trough is going to start to become established over the eastern United States, and with that, much cooler air and much lower humidity. So you see, a hurricane in the Atlantic can have a direct impact on the weather pattern in the eastern United States without actually impacting the eastern United States. Just an interesting tidbit I want to add in there. So let's take a look at the weather pattern from the European Model Guidance via the Penn State EWOL website. For this evening, as you can see, Hurricane Leslie is still meandering out in the central Atlantic. Slowly will move towards Bermuda. And if you have any family in Bermuda, if you have a chance, evacuate or at least prepare for what will be a significant impact from this hurricane. Now here we have our deep trough over the Great Lakes and starting to dig into the eastern United States with a continuation of the threat for showers as disturbances move through. We'll be dealing with the threat of these showers once again for tomorrow, with showers being a nuisance once again. However, as we move on through the weather pattern for Saturday, again, our strong cold front will move through with showers and thunderstorms. I'm not really expecting, how do I put this, widespread severe weather. But there will be an isolated threat for a severe thunderstorm here as this air mass starts to change out from a very humid one to a dry one. So yes, we're going to be dealing with a strong cold front moving through, but I don't think we'll see widespread severe thunderstorms. We will see a threat for severe thunderstorms, and those thunderstorms will be capable of very heavy downpours and wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that for Saturday evening. For Sunday, our cold front clears off the coast, high pressure starts to take control, and high pressure is going to remain in control for Sunday afternoon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and yes, even Thursday. And that high pressure system is going to bring with us temperatures falling back into the mid to upper 70s for highs. Lower to mid, I would not be surprised if we see a few upper 40s for lows in some of our interior locations like around Messina, Allentown, Scranton, those locations. Closer to the coast, look for low to mid 50s for lows. But the highs, I mean, they're going to be in the mid to upper 70s, low humidity, dew points in the 40s and 50s. It's going to be absolutely beautiful for Sunday afternoon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And as you can see, our tropical systems, backtrack here, look how they move north and become entrained in the 500 millibar pattern. And here's our deep trough over the northern Atlantic, and the result of which starts to lead to a deep trough starting to form and develop over the eastern United States. Now, you might be saying, well, this doesn't look that deep. It looks rather progressive. Well, I can understand your reasoning for that and understanding that this is still early September. And so the 500 millibar pattern still is not as amplified as it could be. But notice how deep these troughs are and how powerful these upper level lows are getting. And also notice over the Pacific, we're starting to see a negative EPO pattern developing. As we continue to see this type of pattern developing as we move into the fall months, that's going to translate to a ridge in the east, in the west, should I say, and a trough in the east, and the enhancement of the negative NAO pattern for these tropical systems is going to have an impact. What type of impact? Well, premium members know if you read the premium long-range discussion. That is your forecast for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.